Clarity has now emerged over the safe passage of Indian ships through one of the world's most sensitive energy corridors. India's External Affairs Minister Jaishankar has said there is no blanket arrangement with Iran that allows Indian vessels to freely cross the strategic Strait of Hormuz. Instead, each Indian ship moving through the waterway is being cleared case by case through diplomatic engagement. The clarification comes days after two Indian-flagged LPG carriers were allowed to safely sail through the Strait of Hormuz despite escalating tensions in the Middle East. The vessels had crossed the crucial maritime passage at a time when the conflict between Iran and the United States was raising fears of disruption to global shipping and energy supplies. Speaking in an interview with the Financial Times, Jaishankar explained that India's approach has been based on direct diplomatic communication with Tehran. He said India has been engaging with Iranian authorities continuously to ensure the safe movement of Indian vessels through the strait. According to the minister, the talks with Iranian officials have already produced results. But he emphasized that there is no automatic clearance system in place. Every ship must be dealt with individually. Jaishankar also made it clear that Iran received nothing in exchange for allowing the Indian vessels to pass. He said the discussions were guided by the long history of engagement between the two countries. That relationship, he suggested, has helped India keep communication channels open even during a volatile regional crisis. The issue has gained global attention because the Strait of Hormuz is not just any shipping lane. It is one of the most critical choke points for the world's energy supply. Roughly 20% of global oil trade passes through this narrow waterway connecting the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. Any disruption here can immediately impact fuel prices, shipping routes, and global markets. The crisis intensified after tensions between Iran and the United States escalated further. US President Donald Trump has already announced plans to deploy additional naval assets to protect shipping in the region. Washington wants to ensure that commercial vessels can continue to move safely through the Strait of Hormuz despite the conflict. India's concerns are particularly serious because the country imports a large portion of its crude oil and liquefied petroleum gas from Gulf nations. Any prolonged disruption in this corridor could directly affect India's energy security and domestic fuel supplies. Diplomatic engagement between New Delhi and Tehran has therefore intensified. The movement of the Indian vessels came shortly after Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a phone conversation with Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian. Around the same time, Jaishankar also spoke with Iran's Foreign Minister Syed Abbas Araghchi.
पर्शियन गल्फ रीजन में सभी भारतीय नाविक सुरक्षित हैं और पिछले 24 घंटे में इनसे संबंधित कोई भी अदरवाइज इंसिडेंट की सूचना नहीं है। जैसा मैंने कल बताया था, स्ट्रेट ऑफ होर्मुज के वेस्ट में पर्शियन गल्फ में 24 भारतीय फ्लैग वेसल्स थे। उसमें से 2 वेसल शिवालिक और नंदा देवी, ये भारतीय इंडियन फ्लैग वेसल थे। शिवालिक और नंदा देवी ये एलपीजी कैरी करते हैं, एलपीजी कैरियर्स हैं। इन्होंने आज अर्ली मॉर्निंग, देर रात में अर्ली मॉर्निंग स्ट्रेट ऑफ होर्मुज क्रॉस किया सेफली और ये भारतवर्ष की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं। इनमें करीब 92,700 मेट्रिक टन एलपीजी है और इनका अराइवल पोर्ट मुंद्रा और कांडला होगा और इनकी एक्सपेक्टेड अराइवल डेट्स 16 मार्च और 17 मार्च होंगी क्रमानुसार। तदनुसार पर्शियन गल्फ में अब 22 इंडियन फ्लैग वेसल हैं, जिसपे 611 सी फेयरर्स हैं, और हम और डीजी शिपिंग मंत्रालय भी और डीजी शिपिंग भी इन सभी इंडियन फ्लैग वेसल्स की और उन फ्लैग वेसल्स पे जो भारतीय नाविक हैं उनकी क्लोजली हम सिचुएशन को मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं, शिप ओनर्स के साथ, आरपीएसएन एजेंसीज के साथ और इंडियन मिशंस के साथ। कंट्रोल रूम का रिस्पांस मैं बताना चाहूंगा। पिछले 24 घंटों में जो डीजी कॉम है, डीजी शिपिंग का जो कम्युनिकेशन सेंटर है 24/7 ऑपरेट करता है, वो नॉर्मल टाइम से भी करता है, नॉट ओनली इन दिस, उसमें पिछले 24 घंटों में 312 कॉल और 460 ईमेल प्राप्त हुई हैं, जो कि नाविकों के द्वारा, नाविक की फैमिली मेंबर्स के द्वारा या मैरीटाइम सेक्टर के जो और स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं उनके द्वारा प्राप्त हुए और उनके रिस्पांस भेजे गए। इस प्रकार पिछले 15 दिनों में यदि देखें तो करीब 2500 से ज्यादा फोन कॉल्स और करीब 5000 ईमेल प्राप्त हुए जिनका रिस्पांस भेजा गया।
Because we believe that Iran and India are friends.
So you believe some good news?
We have common interest, we have common faith, and I, as ambassador in India, Iran in India, I said to you that government of India in this situation after the war help us and in different fields. Thank you.
Even with these successful crossings, the situation remains tense. Reports indicate that more than 20 Indian-flagged vessels are still positioned in the Persian Gulf region waiting for safe passage through the strait. So far, only a handful of them have managed to cross the conflict zone without incident. Iran, however, has signaled that the waterway is not completely closed. Tehran has said that the Strait of Hormuz remains open for most international vessels, but ships linked to the United States and Israel may face restrictions as the conflict continues. For India, the message from Jaishankar is clear. Safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz is not guaranteed by any broad agreement. It depends on constant diplomacy, communication, and careful navigation through a rapidly changing geopolitical crisis. As tensions in the Middle East continue, India's diplomatic balancing act may prove crucial in protecting both its shipping lanes and its energy lifeline.